Welcome, welcome, welcome to Tish Talk. Everything here is a legend for entertainment purposes only. Welcome to my day ones, twos, threes, fours. Everyone who has come here, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining this frequency. Everything here is a legend for entertainment purposes only and is covered by the Section 107 and 108 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976. All right, now. It ain't real. We're just tapping into some energies. Energies are subject to shift and change. Nothing is ever set in stone. We all have the power to change and rearrange our future, rectify our past. And so this is just an energy intuitive reading, okay? It ain't real, okay? Obviously, we don't know these people. We're just checking, um, you know, energy, right? Current energy that is subject to change, all right? Um, Also, if I did not mention it on my last video, which I think I did not, there's a special tarot and oracle card reading and fairy spread reading that's also being offered on a very low, $10 only. It is shared in the community post tab of the section of YouTube. It is there. It has the information. You can DM me on IG. My IG is up. Tish underscore talk underscore TV underscore. All right. And so you can DM me there. My Cash App is there as well. It is hashtag capital TISH, capital A. And then, okay, so the only thing that's uppercase is the T. So um, the dollar sign, capital T, and then a lowercase ISH, and then a capital A, and then Ngelish. So that's Tish Angelish. So all that information is there. And so I give you well worth more than what you pay for. All right. So you'll get a complete spread as well as two answers to two questions, as well as a fairy spread as well. Tarot card reading. Okay. Holiday special for this month of December. Welcome, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying your holiday season. I'm gonna jump right in, all right, to the Cassie versus the alleged, all right, that she gave me head in the dark and she aborted my baby lawsuit. Is that what it was about, y'all? This is about Cassie or Cassandra Ventura versus his name is Howard, Clayton Howard, who you can see on the screen if you don't already know, but if you know, you will, you know. Okay, and so he's talking about the situation. Yeah, if you know, you know, right? That is Clayton Howard. So he's upset. He was a hired and paid escort worker to come and please, okay, to deal with Diddy and his girlfriend at that time, Cassandra. All right, this is not alleged, it is public news. All right, it's all out there. All right. There were live witnesses, and I think it was videoed as well. I don't know the full gist of the whole lawsuit, but you're welcome to do your own research about that. But this is something that is widely known. I also did a read on Cassie and her husband Alex. We know that Cassie did just have a new baby. And I know y'all know about the Diddy situation and all of that. So we're not going to go into all of that. Okay. So where do we start, guys? Hmm. All right, let's start from here. We're going to just go straight to the tarot and then we'll come back to the oracle. Okay. The lawsuit that mentions Cassie Cassandra Ventura aborting a baby without the alleged father's knowledge was filed by a former male escort named or known as Clayton Howard. I'm sure you can see him on the screen right now against both Cassie and golly. So he got a lawsuit against Kathy and Sean Diddy Combs. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is a separate civil case from Kathy's own resolved lawsuit against Combs. The details of Howard's lawsuit is that the plaintiff, Clayton Howard, who allegedly went by the name of Dave while working as an escort, the defendants are Cassandra Ventura, which is Cassie as we know her as, and Sean Combs. The allegations against Cassie are Howard claims that Cassie was an active participant in the alleged abuse, coercion, and sex trafficking activities referred to as freak offs orchestrated by Combs. He alleges that she gave him a sexually transmitted disease or STD If he was an escort worker, he really could have got it before he ever laid down with Cassie and or Diddy, allegedly. Really and truly, if that was his line of work. I'm just saying. However, he claims that Cassie became pregnant by him and had an abortion without his knowledge or his consent, and then continued to have unprotected sex with him. Howard is seeking up to 20 million in damages for physical. I don't know all the details, so let me try to stay objective, y'all. Physical and psychological injuries. Whoa, let me stop laughing. Lost wages and emotional distress. He act like he was in a full-fledged relationship with the girl, y'all. This is crazy. The current status. Cassie has hired legal representation in the civil case. Did he try to the judge or whatever they was trying to deliver Cassie the papers about the case, and Cassie was she went ghost on their ass. Yeah, I think that that's a very scary thing to do because can't she lose her case if she would have kept that up? I think they finally delivered the papers. Y'all let me know. But it's just not good business for her to do that because it can backfire and give her opposing side, which is Clayton, more leverage. So legally, I don't think that's a good move, y'all. The current status is that Cassie has hired legal representation in this civil case. I'm sorry, it's not funny. A federal judge recently allowed Howard to serve Cassie with a lawsuit through alternative means, see, here we go, such as electronic delivery to her lawyer after multiple attempts at traditional service were unsuccessful. This ruling simply shows or allows, the case to proceed and does not prove allegations. The context of Cassie's previous lawsuit, this lawsuit against Cassie is distinct from the one that she filed against Sean Combs in November 2023, which she settled for 20 million just 1 day later. Cassie's lawsuit and subsequent testimony in Combs' federal criminal and trial detailed years of alleged sexual assault, physical abuse, and sex trafficking by Combs. Her actions are credited with sparking a wave of other lawsuits, y'all, against the music. We all know this is true. Against the music mogul and a broader federal investigation. Combs was later convicted of 2 counts of transportation and to engage in prostitution and sentenced to 50 months in prison in October 2025. All right. So the cards that were pulled today, we're going to go tarot. The tarot sequence was the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Hangman. Okay. I was just asking about the overall court case. All right. So from deep stability, legacy through fateful change to rapid action, conflict requiring um, a pause for new perspective to find resolution, indicating a major life shift from established security to unexpected challenge demanding inner surrender for growth. Okay, we're going to break this down. A very secure foundation with the Ten of Pentacles that starts off, okay, hits a major change, okay, which is a fated shift representative of the Wheel of Fortune, which come up next. This brings fast moving events from the Eight of Wands that cause conflict with the Five of Wands, but the ultimate lesson is to stop struggling and embrace a period of suspension. How about the Hangman was the last card that came up to gain profound understanding, leading to a deeper, more authentic path. Okay, everything here is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So basically, I don't know. In my opinion, the outcome is not going to be what the person expects. But I just really wanted to know, was the hangman at the end result for Cassie or the end result of Howard? I would think now that that would have meant Howard, okay, that he wasn't going to get what he thought he was going to get. But I just wanted to see, and just do a backup tarot, okay, and do a second a confirmation spread. So then I asked more directively about Howard's end result. And so what came up was the Seven of Wands, the Moon, the Ten of Swords, okay? Defending one's position, it starts off with the Seven of Wands through confusion and illusion, which is the moon came up, leading to a painful but definitive ending or a rock bottom realization with the Ten of Swords, often involving betrayal or a harsh truth that finally ends the struggle, allowing for a fresh start after hitting the absolute bottom. Okay. This is the possible interpretation of the last tarot spread, fighting for a goal, okay, while being paralyzed by fear and doubt, with the moon leading to a painful failure, okay. Feeling overwhelmed by competition, okay, they go be in court, so that's probably competition, getting confused about your path with the moon, and experiencing a major professional setback. Okay, defending one's truth that is ultimately revealed as a painful illusion with the mood leading to a crushing realization. So it's not, hello, welcome. It's not gonna, I don't think the outcome, I don't think he's gonna win based on the read. All right. Now, um, let's see. I also asked about what's to come for Cassie and Alex. Okay. Was a breakup brewing, or were they in some type of harm's way? Were things that I wanted to know. How are they doing? And we do send love and light to the baby as well. And, basically what came up was, or were these, the high vibing oracle card, good vibes, living to the fullest, enjoying the present, snack, obsession, physical attraction, and sex appeal, Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership, and rebound. All right. We know what that means. All righty. So basically, um, I feel like they have good chemistry, as we can see with the sex card, snack. Okay, they're living their best life. They just gonna stick it out. From rebound to hey, they're gonna make it work. Okay. So they're definitely together. And this was confirmed because after I did this oracle read, I went online and saw that they were still together. So I see them going strong. Okay. I see them doing well. There was a clarifying card that was pulled today to give them encouragement. And that one was the Valley of Shadow card, to step into the enveloping Valley of Shadows. Here fears are faced and courage is forged in dimly lit paths. So I feel like that's encouraging them, that although, she really don't know and he really doesn't know, them as a unity of husband and wife, both Cassie and Alex, they really don't know if a hit was sent out to them. I'm sure that, sometimes they look over their shoulders and they fear for their lives as well as their child's life. Okay, I believe, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, the last baby, but I believe that the reason why that card was pulled is so that they can be protected. Okay, and just face their fears and know that hey, God is with them. So they have some fears, because if they didn't, I don't feel like that card would have been pulled. So the Valley of Shadow encouraging card from the clarifying life situations was pulled as encouragement for Cassie and Alex. All right. So that's all that I have for them, and I will be back because we have some more. All right, y'all. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna be reading also on Tia Kemp. Is she salty? All right. I know that people are saying that she didn't want Rick Ross. All right. And then once he became big, she wanted him. And she's salty because every time he get with somebody, she got something negative to say. So we're gonna dive into that. All right, and a couple more things. I will be back.